Hello everyone, welcome to your reading. This is a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or a Taurus and any other planet for the dates of, what dates? October 21st through November 20th, 2017. Let's get started with your general energy. So for Taurus this month, I'm seeing sort of a mixed bag, kind of, well, first there is definitely a feeling of you're putting a lot of energy forth, right? You're putting a lot of your energy into many different things, and a heavy focus on building something or building things, right? On amassing some kind of structure. And really putting forth a lot of your time and energy and effort into these things. And I'm seeing that there's sort of some of these things are really happening, right? And some of them are at kind of a standstill. There's sort of a polarity between several things going on in this month for you guys, where it's like some things are, like I said, they're at a standstill. They're kind of like, they feel like they're not really going anywhere, right? You may be just spinning your wheels on something, or they feel a little bit stuck, or just maybe a little bit lackadaisical, not really having a lot of direction, not creating any kind of form, right? They're not doing anything substantial. Where on the other hand, then you have some things that are actually reaching a point of actualization, right? They're reaching a point of if not completion, of a creation, right? Of something really happening positively and moving forward, that kind of thing, and beginning to see the light. No, beginning to see how things are going to start to come together and come to be, right? For some of these things. There is also an indication of, as far as your emotional life goes, some maybe hurt feelings, right? A little bit of hurt pride, and wanting to maybe keep those things to yourself a little bit, and then also wanting to share them, right? It's kind of a back and forth thing. It's like a isolating, and then also kind of wanting to spit them out and share them with somebody. Or perhaps some of those things are coming from within yourself, and some of them are also coming from without, right? And they're kind of compounding and creating a little bit of negativity emotionally, or a little bit of hurt emotionally. So yeah, some things really going really well and being very good for you this month, and some things being a little bit more stagnant, and then emotionally a little bit of turmoil. Yeah. So let me pick these up, and I will put some more cards down and come back with some advice for you guys about this, and hopefully be able to help you out some. I'll be right back. All right, Taurus, I'm back with your advice. Here it is. Okay, so it's kind of two-part almost. So they want you to, first of all, try to avoid any weird, like, ego traps related to some of the things that are going very well for you, right? Like, instead of thinking, try to avoid thinking things like, about like how things are going well in your life with certain things, and then judging other people and other things by those standards, basically. You know what I mean? And also, because they just want you to avoid doing that, right? That's a type of delusion, basically. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's not true. You know what I mean? Those standards like that you can't just hold them up to everybody, right? You know what I mean? Like, you take care of yourself, kind of thing, and don't tell yourself all these strange stories about what that means for other people. You know what I mean? Take care of your own, and let other people take care of their own in their own way, right? So they definitely want you to avoid that, and to also try to, I want to say, rather than going down some roads, they want you to go up some roads. That sounds strange, but like, they want you to avoid going into too much of like an emotional spiral, I guess, right? Spiraling into these negative emotions, almost to where they want you to wear your like rose-colored glasses, right? Like not giving all this attention to as I said, hurt feelings and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just lend your attention somewhere else, kind of thing. There should be enough going on that you should have something else to put your mind towards. That it's not really necessary for you to go down these kind of just emotional roads, mucky emotional roads. You know what I mean? Don't get stuck in like this quagmire of just like getting in a circle or just staying there, staying inside your emotions. You know what I mean? I want you to open up and be a little bit directed a little bit more towards like a place of inspiration. You know, use your kind of your mind for your imagination rather than your emotional fixations, I guess. Yeah, and be sort of present, be involved in the present, be involved in things that are making you feel good, right? You don't need to be putting a lot of energy into things that don't make you feel good, putting yourself in places that don't make you feel good. Just put yourself somewhere that makes you feel good, where you're still able to get some of those things done, right, that you're kind of focused on. And then through that continue to stay humble. You know what I mean? You can be happy for yourself, proud of yourself, all that kind of thing, but as far as like comparing other people's lives and situations and things like that, that's not really necessary, and it's just kind of going to bring you down, right? It's going to bring you down into a place where you're focusing then on the parts about people that are stressing you out, that aren't necessary. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you won't, there won't be anything that's not unpleasant and necessary to think about this month, but just as far as like extra stressors, extra shit, you know what I mean? It's not really necessary or beneficial. There's a lot going on, there's a lot you can do, and you want to move towards something that's stimulating, that's a little bit positive, you know what I mean? That's just positive. It doesn't have to be necessarily so thoughtful, but more like physical almost. You know what I mean? A little bit more focused on your creations and your environment and your comforts and that kind of thing, and less focused on all this extra shit that other people are doing and that other people may be trying to put upon you, right? And get you to focus on. You don't need to let them pull your attention to and fro, kind of thing. And that's that I'm getting that any kind of relationship that's like that has somebody trying to or somebody or something, right? Maybe a situation that's trying to pull you in, like rope you into this kind of like negative spiral and feeling negative about yourself and negative about things in your life and that kind of thing. That's not an authentic relationship. You know what I mean? Some of these things that, as I said, may be at more of a standstill, that aren't evolving in any way, they can't remain authentic. You know what I mean? And so in order for them to continue to exist, there's going to continue to build up some untruths, right? People acting not as they feel, behaving not truthfully, kind of thing. Whether they're outright lies, or you're just lying about the way that things are making you feel, or lying about wanting to be in the situation, or that kind of thing. It's not going to be able to remain authentic, basically, without you being able to have free yeah, free movement, free momentum, authentic expression, and the ability to be spontaneous and be able to be rewarded in that spontaneity, if that makes any sense, instead of beaten down by it, kind of thing. I feel like this reading's a little bit all over the place, so I'm hoping that it's making sense. Let's see. Yeah, definitely stay present, right? In order to kind of avoid going, that's what I meant by instead of going down roads, going up roads, right? Instead of going down spirals, getting lost in your thoughts and your emotions and that kind of thing, to go up roads. I need to stop using that analogy. It's not even good, whatever. To go, physically go somewhere, not necessarily move or whatever, but like physically do something. Distract yourself, maybe, if that's applicable. Involve yourself in some things. Focus on the present tense a little bit more and go do some exploring rather than going down some of the same paths that you have been down before, and you could keep going down them and they can keep stagnating and that kind of thing. Put your energy into things that are moving and that are in motion and that are moving and in motion, that are progressive, right? That are still true to who you are and true to who you want to be in the future and that kind of thing. Even if that's not 100% clear, you still want to kind of start making moves that way. If that comes to contention, you know what I mean? If it's one thing versus another, definitely go towards the things that are making you feel good. That may seem obvious, but just a reminder, I hope. So, yes, okay. Barring, of course, harming other people and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, okay, I hope this was helpful. I hope it made sense. I hope I didn't go over my time. Yes, if it was help me. If it was helpful, let me know. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.